Gryphons, welcome back to Gryphon News. Let's start with some announcements.
Hi everybody. It's been a tough year for many of us. We've missed our friends and our social life. We felt lonely or maybe anxious about the pandemic and what it all means. And hopefully many of you have discovered that escaping into a good book is one of the best ways to take care of your mental health. It's not too late to check out a couple more this school year. Here's a few that I might suggest. One is called Lights, Camera, Disaster. The main character deals with anxiety. This one, Who Put This Song On, uses music to figure herself out. And this one is a graphic novel, The Dark Matter of Mona Starr. Again, all kinds of ways that a character is dealing with some of the same things that we are. They're all found on our books page under the Real Kids icon. There's many books to choose from.
Hey your friends, this Friday we have Gryphon Pride Day.
On Friday, May 14th, don't forget to dress up in Gryphon spirit wear.
You can wear anything with our school colors, gray, maroon, or black, gusty, or any other school spirit wear.
The most spirited person will win 2 tickets to the lot, which is located in the city center.
And don't forget to dress up on Friday. There is a prize after all.
We look forward to seeing your spirit wear, Gryphons.
Bye, Gryphons.
Those are pretty cool prizes. Now, to mine of you.
Thanks, Sanjay. Now, let's watch a birthday video.
Hey Gryphons, happy birthday to those of you who were born in May.
Yeah, and today we're going to share with you some things that you can do in spring for your birthday.
One thing you could do is make cake pops. Here's the recipe.
Have a picnic outside or go to the beach with family and friends.
You could also play board games with your friends and family.
Thank you for watching and happy birthday. Hope you all have an amazing birthday. Anyways, on to Isabel.
Thank you, Vadavi. Here is our weekly interview with the teacher.
Hey Gryphons, this week we're going to be interviewing one of our counselors, Miss Calloway.
Hi, Miss Calloway. Thank you so much for coming to this interview today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So our first question for you is, what is a fun fact that most people wouldn't know about you?
Got it. I think the one fun fact that most students don't know about me is that I have a twin sister.
That's really cool. So our second question is, what made you want to become a counselor?
So when I was, especially in elementary and middle school, I went through some really difficult times, some really challenging, and I had caring adults in my life that helped me through those difficult times. And so I always knew that when I grew up that I wanted to help kids and students who went through similar situations and just to be a supportive adult for kids.
That's awesome. So our next question is, what is your favorite thing about being a counselor?
I think that thing is just really connecting with students personally and helping them through some of life's biggest challenges, and just being a safe space for students. I think it's a really special to do.
Of course.
Our next question for you is, if you weren't a counselor, what other occupation would you be in?
If I wasn't a school counselor, I think that I would try to win the lotto, and then I would be a world traveler, take my family with me. No, but in all seriousness, I can't imagine working in any other profession besides education. So I think I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Our next question is, what advice would you give to students struggling with mental health issues?
Okay. I think the biggest thing is just remembering that you're not alone. You're not alone in how you're feeling, and you're definitely not alone in coping. There's lots of people around that can support you, especially with this in the pandemic. It's been hard for all of us. So kids and adults all kind of had to cope in our own way. The other thing would be connect with others, to connect with peers and your family, to reach out for help, seek support. don't suffer in silence, just really looking for ways to get support and get the help that you need, and to talk to yourself positively. So just like the advice that you would give to a friend that's struggling, just remember to be kind to yourself and give that good positive advice to yourself.
Our final question is, what tips do you have for students to stay like positive during these times?
Got it. Yeah, I know sometimes it can be hard. It can be hard to be positive when it feels like things are really tough. But I think the most important thing is to celebrate successes, big and small, for yourself, for others, to help build people up, to surround yourself with positive people and positive things, and really just to do anything that brings you joy and brings you happiness, whether that's dancing or singing or exercising, playing sports, drawing, journaling, whatever it is that brings you joy. Just continue to do that, and to focus on yourself and to love yourself.
That wraps up our interview. Thanks for joining us today.
Awesome. For having me.
That's it for this week, Gryphons. Bye.
Thanks, Mrs. Calloway. Let's go to Bhavana.
That's right. Here's a quick mental health video.
Hey, Gryphons. This week we're focusing on mental health awareness.
One way you can de-stress this week is by taking a walk.
Or you can read a book.
Another way is eating healthy and exercising.
You can also de-stress by spending some time with friends and family.
That's all from us. Bye, Gryphons. Those are very important tips. Now back to Sanjay.
Bhavana, now for this week's alumni interview.
Hey, Gryphons. Hope you had a great week so far. This week we're interviewing Taylor, a past student at Gale Ranch.
Can you introduce yourself, like what grade you're in, what school you're at now?
Yeah, so my name is Taylor Sue. I am currently a senior at Doherty Valley.
What was your favorite middle school memory?
Okay, I actually thoroughly...
What activities have you participated in, and do you still participate in some activities right now?
Yeah, so I'm a competitive dancer. I dance probably 20 hours a week after school, and then this is actually kind of like a funny story. I went from being super involved in middle school, obviously leadership, and I spent a lot of my time in middle school doing a lot of leadership activities. And when I went into high school, I didn't do freshman leadership. I didn't do any sports or any clubs my freshman year. And that was kind of a big change for me, was going from being really school spirited and really involved and then doing nothing. And so at the end of my freshman year, I applied for leadership and I didn't get in because as a freshman, something a lot of people in leadership do is called freshman leadership. And that was something that I decided not to do just because I decided to focus more on dance. But then my sophomore year, I tried out for the song team, which is like dance team at Doherty Valley. And that really led me kind of back into the school spirit and school community. And then at the end of my sophomore year, I tried out for leadership again, and I got into leadership my junior year. And then I also did the dance class at school. I helped organize backstage at the dramas and the plays. And then also I did song team for 3 years, so my sophomore, junior, and senior year. And so those are kind of the activities I do at school. And outside of school, every summer I volunteered for elementary school students, and that was something big that I know I had a lot of friends in leadership in middle school that did that too, just to get to know younger students and get to learn how to teach them better. And then I still dance competitively.
Do you have a favorite Marvel movie or character?
Marvel movie. Okay, I'm a big fan of Civil War for, I think, just the fact that all the characters, all of them were in it, and it was kind of cool seeing them all interact. But I also liked Endgame, obviously. There was a lot of plot twists. I saw it in the movie theaters with my brother, and it was so funny because Black Widow is his favorite character ever. I think, yeah, it was Endgame. And then when she the whole thing happened when she had passed away, he literally started crying in the movie theater, and I was shh. I shushed him in the movie theater. He got so mad at me for that. But that one is definitely, those two are my favorites.
As you spoke of some of the teachers who you still keep in contact today, do you have any special teacher shout outs to make for middle school?
For middle school, oh, definitely Miss Crystal for sure. I would say I was super involved in leadership in middle school. So a lot of my greatest memories do come from being in the leadership room, the is it still the portables? You guys aren't in the portables anymore. I don't think so. Yeah, but back then, like, I remember when I watched my election video, because I ran for secretary back in 8th grade, my election video, I was so like embarrassed. I was like in the leadership room, like under the table. But definitely Miss Crystal was still my favorite middle school teacher, and she let me have a lot of opportunities to create different events and get to expand my reach within the community in middle school. Oh, also Mrs. Nkabi. She was like my favorite core teacher ever. I don't think she still teaches at Gale Ranch, but she was like my favorite core teacher ever.
Okay, I think that wraps up all the questions. Thank you for taking time and joining us. We really appreciate it.
That's it for this week's video. Bye, Gryphons.
Thank you. Now, to mind you with...
Choose your hero. Let's watch.
Hey Gryphons! This month we are celebrating Mental Health Awareness Month. We will be talking to you about two different people, Michael Phelps and Daniel Radcliffe.
First, we have Michael Phelps, who has ADHD. ADHD is a chronic condition that causes attention difficulty, hyperactivity, and impulsiveness. He is swimming as a way to burn off excess energy. As a successful Olympian with ADHD, he hopes to inspire a young generation of athletes who once could have been written off.
Next, we have Daniel Radcliffe, more commonly known as the boy who played Harry Potter. What you might not know is he suffers from obsessive-compulsive disorder. OCD is where you have excessive thoughts or obsessions that lead to repetitive behaviors. Regardless of it, he sought help and didn't let it get in the way of his successful career.
These are two talented celebrities with mental illnesses. These celebrities are able to work through their mental illness and stay successful. Know that mental illness is common and that you are not alone. Make sure you vote for your hero in your grade level classroom.
Wow, those are really cool heroes. Anyways, let's go to Isabel.
Here's a video on things that make students at Gale Ranch happy.
Hey Gryphons, to help support Mental Health Awareness Month, we asked some of you guys to show us what you do that makes you happy.
And here's an anime drawing by one of our 6th graders.
That's so cool. Here's Muskan playing with her bunny.
And last but not least, we have some 6th graders showing us what makes them happy.
That's all for today's Gryphons. Make sure that you do stuff that makes you happy and have a great week.
Awesome. Now to Bhavna with the next ASB officers of the upcoming 2021-2022 school year. Here are the winners. As ASB Treasurer, Saya. As ASB Secretary, Pragna. As ASB Vice President, Charlotte. And as President, Selma. Congratulations, we're so excited to pass it over to you all.
Well, that's it for today.
We'll see you guys next time on
Gryphon News.